Okay, today I'm talking about the character, how to move him from going up, facing right, going right, facing left, going left, facing down, going down. Basically, you're going to use one image for all four sides on this. So this is how it's set up. For the image, I went into the move right him. It's the button that moves right. Went to created a step in that event, and then grabbed a code sheet from the code tab, and basically, that's what I'm not talking about. But this right here is talking about the location of the button, and the left press. That's what you need. So in the left press, you grab a coded sheet, bring it over into the action panel, and then you're going to say object player, because that's the player. Make sure you choose player, and then you're going to say image underscore angle equals plus 0, and then the semicolon. So basically what this is telling the computer is that at 0 he's going to be moving right. So this is how GameMaker sets it up. Okay, if you're going right, it's going to be at 0. If you're going up, it's going to be 90. If you're going left, it's going to be at 180, and if you're going down, it's at 270. So those numbers you have to remember for the degrees to make them go in that direction and face that direction. So in order for this game to work, to have the characters, the enemies follow you, you have to use one image only. And the image cannot be animated either. It's got to be a still image of a player, object, or whatever you're going to have follow the character. So, because if you had animation in there, you could have animation in the object player, but then he's going to constantly move his feet or whatever he's doing. You're not going to be able to keep him stopped. You can't stop him. You cannot have 4 different images for each left, right, up, and down. You can't have 4 different images. You can only stick with one image for this to work correctly. So for the move right him button, you set the object to the object player, and then go right is at 0. So image underscore angle equals plus 0 semicolon. That's how you get him to face that direction and move that direction. Well, moving that direction, you would use the start move in a direction. So you would click on direction right, you move him at 20 speed, make sure the object's set to object underscore player. Alright, and that's basically it. And then also, then when you switch, then you want to switch the weapon. So in the left press, you have weapon ammo up, and then it changes to weapon ammo. So basically, I'm talking about these buttons here. So basically, this red button, this red circle button here, this is going to be called the weapon ammo button. Alright, and basically it's going to switch. So when you're moving him right, it's going to switch the weapon ammo up to weapon ammo. So basically the scenarios is that you have to have a weapon button for each direction you go. Okay, so if supposedly you're going in the up position, then you're going to have the weapon up switch to weapon 0 when he moves right. Okay, so if he's moving up and then you decide to go right, then it's going to switch the weapon ammo up button to the weapon ammo button. So all these ammo buttons are going to look the same. They're going to all look red, which is the weak weapon, and then you have the green circle button, which is the high power weapon one. So you're going to have several of those buttons. You're going to have 4 buttons for each side: one right, one left, one up, one down. So so you can shoot in that direction. Alright, so And then I have an else statement, then I put another switch object in there as a change instance. So if he's going, then if he's moving left and you decide to go right, then it's going to switch the weapon ammo left button to the weapon ammo button. So you got to have all these scenarios in for each side that he's moving. And then if you're moving down and you decide to go moving right, then it's going to switch the weapon ammo down button to the weapon ammo button, which is he's going to shoot right. And then if he's moving up, you're going to switch it to green weapon ammo 2, which is going right. So in this situation, this is a high power weapon, the green circle button. So it's going to, if he's going from moving up to moving right, then it's going to switch the button from shooting up to shooting right. So that's what's happening here. I could have called this green weapon ammo right. That would have probably been a little more self-explanatory. But once you download this GMX file and look at all the information I put in here, you'll be able to understand how it works after a while. You know, you play around with what I have set up here, and you'll eventually find how I got this set up. But I'm trying to explain to you basically in each situation, whether you're going up, left, right, down, you have to have all these if statements. Pretty much, this is pretty much like an if statement. If he goes this way, then this is going to happen. If you go this way, this is going to happen. So you have to have pretty much all those kind of if statements in there for each position that he moves in. Is going to do this. So if he was moving left and then he decides to go right, then it's going to switch the green ammo left button to the green weapon ammo 2 button, which is the right green ammo button. And then if he's going down and he decides to go right, then it's going to switch the down green arrow button to green weapon ammo 2, which is going to right. So he was shooting down, and now he's going to shoot right. He was shooting left, now he's going to shoot right. He was shooting up, now he's going to shoot right, and he's going to shoot right once he moves in that direction. So that's what I'm pretty much getting at. And then I just copied everything from the left press button to the press right button for the computer. This is the same information. So he's going to turn right, and then he's going to fire in that direction, and move in that direction, and fire in that direction. So you have to do that for every button. And there's a lot of steps, but if you want it to work where you have 2 different weapons, and that's what you have to do. You have to do all these steps. So it's the same setup for when you move left. If he shoots up, then he's going to shoot left now. You know, if he was moving right, now he's going to move left and he's going to shoot left. So that's how you set that up. So you just get the change instance from the main 1 tab, drag in there, put the else statement in there from the control tab, and it's like an if statement. If he does this, this is what's going to happen. Alright, and then the fire buttons, I have each direction. I got one going up, I got one going right. So you have to have a button for each side, and it's going to time out after so many milliseconds. And then and then make sure everything's set to persistent, because you want to make sure it's going to be in the second room, the third room, and so on. Make sure your buttons are set to persistent too, so that way they're in the next room. You don't have to actually put the buttons in the next room. That's why you set it to persistent. That way it'll be in the next room without you putting the object in the second room or third room. And then all these buttons I have set to step, and I have a draw instance on there because when the camera view moves the character, it's going to move the buttons too. So you got to have all that set up in there as well. and then when the weak weapon and the strong weapon hit the can, the green can, it's got a variable set on it, and it's also going to push the barrel. So I set the alarm 1, so basically in alarm 0 it's set to -3 milliseconds, and it's going to stop. So when the bullet hits the object, I have it set the alarm self room_speed *dot milliseconds, and then it's going to move 2 speeds really quick, and then it's going to go back. It's going to go to alarm 0 and *3. When that happens, it's going to stop. So basically, when you shoot it, it's going to move 2 speeds really quick, and then it's going to jump to this alarm 0, which then it's going to make the canister stop again. And I only have that set up for the weapon. So if you hit the can, the barrel, it's going to move 2 speeds and then it's going to stop. You shoot it again, it's going to move 2 speeds and it's going to stop. So, and I have this set up for every scenario, whether you're shooting down, up, left, or right. The barrel's going to move, and it's going to move right and it's going to stop. It's going to move left and it's going to stop. It's going to move up and it's going to stop. It's going to move down and it's going to stop. So that's how I have that set up for each, the weak weapon and the strong weapon. I've already talked about the variables in the previous video, so I'm not going to talk about that. And then basically for the bad guys, it's going to follow the character, and I have the speed for the player to be at 15, and then for each side that the character moves, whether he's moving up, down, right, or left, the bad guy is going to move at a certain speed. So I have it set to 15 speed. I had it set at 30, and it just moved too fast. So that's what I'm going to do there. So everything's set to 15 for each side character. And set to 15, set to 15, set to 15. Everything is set to 15 here on the speed. I had it set to 10 and it went too slow. Now the only thing about the enemy follow is it will follow the character, but for some reason I feel like GameMaker has a little bug in it where it takes about a couple seconds for him to rotate to a different direction to follow the character. I'm not sure why. That's why I kind of moved it a little faster. That way they rotate quicker to follow the character in that direction. But like I said, the enemies have to follow the object player only. You can't have the object player switch to a different direction using the switch object. You have to use the image_angle code. Otherwise, GameMaker is going to throw up an error. So you got to make sure you utilize one image, and then you press a button, and then the code's going to be set up where it's going to rotate that one particular image to a 90-degree angle, a down degree angle, or a left degree angle. So you got to use that one image, and then use that code, the image_angle code, for it to rotate to the up, down, left, or right position. So let me show you how this game's set up real quick here. Also, I have a health bar in there, which I've already talked about, how to draw a health bar. And then I have an image for the health bar to make it look unique a little bit. It just lines the bottom of the health bar here, and it's going to follow the character. Have a step and a draw event, so it will follow the character and follow the camera view. So let me show you how this plays out here real quick. fires down, left, right, up, and then switch guns, turns green, fires up, left, right, down. Also, this button right here will stop the character if he is automatically moving and you're not pressing any buttons. You press this octagon square and it'll stop the character from moving. Now watch, I'll shoot the barrel, blows up. Switch guns, and it's going to take more shots to destroy it. It's out, of course. And then grab more weapons here and fire, blew it up. And right here you can see the health is up there, and you see the ammo, and you can see it counts down. Switch it. Alright, and then you'll move. The camera view follows you, and then you'll have the bad guys come at you. Bam. Power goes down. Destroyed that one. See how they follow you. He won't follow me because ooh. Died. Okay, so that's how that's set up. Did this kind of fast on this video, but like I said, you can. I only have so much time on this camera phone here, and it's going to cut off on me. And my battery's running low. So like I said, download the GMX file and then open it up and test and go through all the files that I went through on this game, and you'll see how I had everything set up here. It should be kind of self-explanatory. And like I said, and then with each weapon here, I have a code set up on the left pressed. So I have it set to bullet, which is going, I believe, in the right direction at a certain x -0 asterisk image underscore x scale comma y -32. So that's going in a certain direction, which I believe is going right. And then on this other button, weapon ammo up, when you press the button, it's saying bullet up, so it'll shoot up. And then I have x -32 asterisk and then y -90, that's going in the up direction, so it's going to shoot in that direction. So I have the bullet shooting up, and then I have a certain direction where it's going to fire from the gun point of view. So it has to be shoot from the gun point of view, which is what I have here set up, -32, -90. So that way I'll shoot in the correct location when he fires a weapon. And then this weapon left, you press the left press button, it's going to shoot at x -70, y -36, and then bullet left. So when he shoots the button, when you press the button down, he's going to shoot left, and it's going to make sure that he's shooting in that direction, that location where the gun's at. And I pretty much copied that code for the green weapon ammo button, but make sure that your button set up, you got the correct ammo, which is bullet ammo 2. That's for the green one. And I just copied the same code, -0 and -31, which is going, I believe, in the right direction. So he's going to shoot. When he shoots the weapon out, the weapon will be the left weapon, green, and it will shoot in this position. So it'll be right where the gun's at. So that's why I have this location, x -0, y -31. So I believe he's going to be going right, and when you shoot the weapon out, it'll come out of that gun location, and it'll be this particular weapon that shoots out, which is the green right button, I believe, weapon. See, this is the one I was talking about, and it's going to shoot. Yeah, it's going to shoot right at 32. So you got to make sure you have the correct object name as well as the position, the X and Y position. So it's kind of complicated, but like I said, when you open this GMX file up, you can see all the details I did in this game, and you can pretty much mimic what I did here to make your own game. And then I have an exit in here, which I talked about in previous games, where it's going to exit when you press the back key for the mobile device. And then if you press the escape button on the PC, it'll exit out. And just be sure to go to global settings here, and then like I said, go to your Windows and take off the display cursor, and make sure the buttons are not visible on screen when you do it for the PC. And I believe the green dot I have set up for the G, which stands for green, and then the R for the red dot. R stands for the red dot one. So you press red, the R button on the keyboard, it shoots out red. So that's how that's set up pretty much. And you can change the buttons as you see fit on this. Press enter and he'll fire the weapon out. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and hopefully I explained everything clear to you. If not, like I said, download the GMX file and then go through the steps like I did, and you'll figure it out eventually. It's pretty simple. It's just a lot of tedious work you have to do to make things work right. And you notice in this game that the ammo did not follow the ammo followed the character, but I have it static. So I created another image, which I made transparent, of course, for the ammo, and I have put a draw in there, and it has a view underscore X view at 1000, and then the Y is set to 70 for the first ammo strip, and then for the second ammo strip, it's set at a different degrees for the X and Y axis, and I labeled it ammo 2. See, so it's set up different, and I have that labeled green, and the first ammo is going to be red. And like I said, you just got to copy the code like you did for the player object. Set to true for alarm 0. Alarm 1 is going to be, it's going to shoot, reshoot again. So all that has to be mimicked from the player object. Player object has the same information. So you just copy that information into the object. Alarm 0, alarm 1 has the same information. And then when he collects the object, he's going to collect the 5 ammos. And like I said, it goes to this object right here. So, like I said, when he collects the ammo, it's going to go to this object here, which is static. You can't really see it. It's invisible right here. The object, if I color it, you need to make sure it's transparent, of course. You need to make sure it's transparent. But this object is where the ammo is going to be located at. So, I got 2 here. I shouldn't have 2. I should take that one off. But basically, this is where the ammo is going to be set up right here at. And so, I made it transparent so you can see the text on the ammo. But when he collects the ammo, it's going to show on screen, and it's not going to be attached to the player, of course, because that's what I didn't want. I didn't want it to be attached to the player, the ammo. So I made it invisible. So basically, that's how I did the game. A lot of information here, but I'm sure you should be able to follow this. Okay, no problem. Now it's transparent. But like I said, collect ammo. He's going to collect it, and see, I have it set to object 23, which is that the static image. So when he collects the ammo, he's going to go to the static image, which is that 23 object I was talking about. So it's going to collect in this object here, and it's not going to be attached to the player. Collect the other ammo. It's going to go to the object 23, which is that box that was up here. Let me show this real quick. Alright, so when you collect this ammo, this is object 23, it's going to collect. So when he collects it, it's going to go jump to object 23 and give you the score of 10. Same thing with the bigger weapon, it's going to be 5. And then when you move, it's going to move along with the character, but like I said, it's not attached to the player, see, like it was before. And he rotates in all directions now. This will stop the character. Alright, so I think I explained everything now. I'm going to die. Bam. Alright, thanks for watching.